don't know who I would honestly give the edge to. If anything, I'd give a slight edge to Badass just because I feel like they are stronger at this point in time after EG lost Hext. But we saw a quite strong map 1 out of EG, so let's see how this knife round goes. This is a real knife round, not one of those fake ones that we had before. And oh, EG looking like they are here to play. So we're just going to see which side each of these teams chooses, and then I'll update the overlay. Alright, looks like we do have EG taking the CT side, so I'm going to update that HUD for ya. And here we go, pistol round on the decider map, Mirage. You love to see Mirage as the decider instead of Inferno. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. When I have some more time to create oh, hold on. Hold on. We've got some B aggression coming out here. So it looks like Wiz is going to be taking Hexed spot as the anchor. He's been doing a pretty solid job of it this series, but ooh. Frankie going to take down Junior, but Automatic pushed up. And Badass are not expecting it. They're getting a little bottled up. They're getting a little flustered. Just all hanging out on the ramp. Well, one of the 2 ramps. But it is going to be the push over toward mid, and we'll see if EG can deal with this. Automatic taking the head dink. That is a rough thing to have happen, but Badass are taking a seriously long time to figure out where they want to go. They do still have most of the round left, so not the worst thing in the world, but they'll push over to B. Automatic gonna fall. Wiz taking a dink as well. He'll fall as well. And this might just be the round for Badass. They'll start things off with a bomb plant at least. There's only 2v4 here for Evil Geniuses. Some good after plants here for Badass as well. But Walco, good headshot onto Dare. Spots the player just playing hit the ducky, and, well, Evil Geniuses have already equalized the players, but they've got to move fast. Walco does have the kit, and he's going to get... Walco gets the double. The Evil Geniuses are going to get the defuse. So, absolutely stunning pistol by EG. Badass being pretty tricky, but still comes out in EG's favor. But we are going to have the force to come out from Badass. And, sorry, open things up with a nice dunk on a Junior to try to open this round up. But Walco with the trade on ramp even. What the heck? And George doubles up, triples up. I'm sorry. So Snav now has to try and salvage the round. Doesn't even have access to bomb. Well, this is looking like it's going to be EG's round, and Automatic makes me a truth teller. Well, with a Force Spy, that's going to put Badass back onto pistols. That back into the Stone Age, so to speak. Ooh, we got to keep an eye on this. Junior pushing way up. Ooh, never mind. Gonna be a quick trade here. 1 for 1. So maybe that's the new smoke. We just saw the smoke in the connector for EG to hold off anything coming in through mid. Now, Badass gonna take their time, keep things slow and steady. Got a couple of players that are evil geniuses for them to run into. So, Junior looking worse for wear, but he is gonna hear the push coming in from ramp, and the Deagle gonna ring out from apartments, or from Palace, and he's gonna take down Walco. That should call the rotation in for EG. Badass taking their sweet time here. But it looks like they just want to keep things careful. Junior is going to take one, even out the players, and gets enough time for the go for the reload too. And he's going to peek out again. He's going to get there. That's going to be all he gets. Snav with Deeg. Badass do need to speed things up here. They've got players on either side of them. They're going to push things into automatic, but not push far enough. Ooh, automatic, very neat. Caught with a nade in his hand. And now it's all on Wiz in the 1 for 1. 1 versus 1. Nav jumps up, and that's going to be enough. Wiz finds the headshot. Can't find the M4, though. So now we do have the buy from Badass. We have the AKs, the full AKs, but we also have the op for Junior. We'll see what is better in this scenario. Badass once again get the window smoke down. There's no one for EG to meet them. So once again, gonna have things go a little bit slow to start things off. Connector smoked off. Stop the peek in for EG. But it's also... Oh, Junior lit way down here. Once again, Badass are taking things extremely slow. Wiz is pushed just all of the way up. The geniuses do have to be careful. There's a lot of ground being taken here by Badass. Nav is already pushed up inside of mid, and that could definitely take someone by surprise if EG aren't careful. But it's still a very slow round by Badass. They're gonna... Oh, Snav is heard here by Walco. It doesn't matter. Snav is still on for the kill. But it is going to inform EG players, but it's not going to matter as automatic falls as well. This is going to be the bomb going down onto the A bomb site here for Badass. In the last seconds of the round, they're just taking it in such slow speed. Now it looks like we are going to have the save for Evil Geniuses. And just gonna keep hold of these weapons, make sure none fall into enemy hands here. Or at the very least, not the AWP. And more than enough time to get away. Only 1 kill coming in for Evil Geniuses. Not a lot of kills coming in at all for this round. Just a very quiet round number 4.
Terrorists win.
Well, a good round to have won for Badass. Enough money left in the bank for EG to buy it up again, so we do have a nearly full buy. Wiz going to be the only one holding on to a Tech 9, or not a Tech 9, an MP9. Oh, good start. Junior with a pick onto Shane. Manages to get away into Cat as well. EG going to be feeling good after that one. Once again, it's just going to be a slow round of getting map control for Badass. Oh, no. Aggressive flash here in for Snav, but no one is here to meet him once again. He's not going to go for window either. Looks like Badass do want to try to go for a B split. They're only going to meet Junior on the site. Automatic going to start to rotate back over. A lot of position. He spawned completely scouted out here. And Junior's going to go, okay, they're all here. Gets the first onto Dare. That's a good start. Junior with a second. Automatic with 1-2. And now it's all falling apart here for Badass as Frankie falls and Automatic claims his life. Evil Geniuses take 4. Already a very strong start. There is a serious loss bonus for Badass, so they are going to be able to go at least for a force, if not a full buy here. Have the Galil on Shane, but AK's on the rest of the squad. And this is where we're going to start to get into either start trading rounds or Badass, if they keep losing rounds, it's just going to be buy save, buy save. Ooh, the flash is good by Junior to set up Automatic. And he's going to be able to get away. No, Dare's going to push in. But it doesn't matter. The players for Evil Geniuses are all over mid this time. They're not going to let themselves get picked apart. And it's going to be Badass to get picked apart instead. Now Dare on 11 HP. Consti mollied out towards ramp and taken down by Walco as well. And it's all up to Dare. 11 HP versus 5 players. A lot to get done. Does manage to take Automatic, but that's all the silver lining the Badass are going to have. Alright, well. We do have the scout here for Snav. Once again, the previous offer for Badass getting out the scope. But rest of the squad going to be hanging out with pistols here. And it looks like it is going to be just a bit of a farm round for EG, just looking down mid, picking apart T side. But the scout does manage to find one. Snav, at least finding something. Gonna be taken down by Automatic, but at least can be happy to have taken down one, at least cause that little bit of eco damage. But it's still AKs in the hands of 3 Evil Geniuses players. So they're gonna be feeling good with this half already. 6-1 here. I mean, it doesn't get much more comfortable. And Badass only managed to get the bomb off on round number 4, so it's just been 3-1-3. Evil Geniuses' dominant performance on their decider here. But there's still time. There is still time for Badass to come back into this. And aggressive push by Evil Geniuses. You gotta love the confidence that it takes to just put 2 players under Palace. You do have the smoke into window, as you do. Prevents the push, and it's going to reward Badass with a quick double to open things up. Now, Evil Genius is doing a little bit of an interesting thing. Ooh, here we go. Okay, 1-for-1 trade. Evil Genius is down to 2 players left versus 4 for Badass. Wiz going to be have to be careful here. He's caught with a grenade in his hand, and Snav claims the kill. So now it is all up to Junior. And well, was that a decoy? Or is Consti just firing off? No, no, Junior is getting some kills here. But Badass will encroach on his position. They're gonna try to corner him from 3 angles, 3 bullets, 3 players. Consti's the one to claim the kill in the end. So which do you take? Do you take the Dragon Lore or do you take the Gungnir? Looks like Consti's gonna hold on to his Dragon Lore, which, hey, you know, I'm down with it. They're both very solid skins. Personally, I like the Gungnir better because anytime I can lean toward a pearlescent skin, I'm gonna take it. Except the print streams kind of got destroyed. So, well, destroyed just like George there. Opening kill going toward Badass once again. They're taking the man advantage. It looks like they're not done with this half just yet. But they're still taking their time to take positions. It looks like it's going to be your classic A hit here, and Evil Genius is not really prepared for it. Only Walco on site to try to stem the tide here. I get the smoke into Palace just so that he can look into ramp, and he does take the head of Shane. But will that be enough? The smokes are down. That's going to allow Badass to push in quite cleanly. We're going to have 2 Evil Geniuses coming in through BT. But the bomb does go down. 4v4 retake is the story so far. And that bomb is ticking. There are kits on Evil Geniuses. This is still a very doable retake. The 1-for-1 trade for Walco and Snav. Wiz to clean up Snav. Consti falls to Wiz as well. Last player, Frankie, inside of Palace, gets naded. There's enough time for this defuse, but Automatic secures the kill as well, and Evil Geniuses take a 7.
Counter-terrorists win.
Well, the good news for Badass, even though they are 5 rounds behind, is they do have the money to go for another buy here. 3 rounds left in the half. It's going to be a rough comeback. They may have to be, well, I say it a lot, but Sisyphean. Ever since I forgot what that word was, I've been using it because it's a good word. But it basically means that you're the dude, got the boulder on the hill, and it keeps rolling back downhill, but you keep pushing. Like the, not the brave little toaster, but the little engine that could. You just gotta keep chugging along. See if Badass can do so. Gosh, am I gonna be the old one who's actually the only one that remembers the brave little toaster? Well, good start here, Automatic. But Consti on the trade is going to make it 4 versus 4 here, but he's got his back turned to Wiz on Cat. It's not smoked. Junior with a kill as well. Once again, things falling apart for Badass. All over the shop. All down to Dare now, the 1 versus 4. He's going to make his way in through Connector, but he's making a few footsteps to make it all sorts of easy for Walco. Eight to 2 lead for Evil Geniuses. That's not impossible to come back from. It's just gonna be really hard. But Badass taking a bit more of an aggressive tactic here inside of mid, already taken 2 kills to open up the round. Haven't found a site yet, but they've definitely taken mid control in a serious way. Oh, and Wiz needs to be careful. Consti is just gonna do that. A little bit too far pushed up, but that could be the B-bomb site just cracked wide open here. It's just Junior here to try and stop this, but Consti is here to stop him. Now, Walco, the opposite of the previous round, the 1 versus 4. Well, it looks like he's just gonna try to go for some exits here. He might have access to a few players. Frankie making a lot of noise, jumping around. That is gonna reveal Walco's position. It doesn't matter. There's only 1 player here. And, well, Walco at least gonna be rewarded with a 2K. Badass are exiting the site. They're at least gonna be rewarded with the 3rd round. Man, what a series. It has been the blowout halves. We'll see if once the sides swap, things even out. There's a lot of work left to be done. 8-3 scoreline going into the final round of the half. Not ideal for Badass, but not the end of the world either. It is Mirage. At least in Global Offensive, it leaned very, very PT-sided. So definitely possible that Badass have a massive comeback on their CT side. But again, these teams are fighting for their playoff lives. They are here to get into Pro League, right? So, ooh, well, and that's a good start. To at least find a 4th here for Badass. Shane takes down Automatic. That's a big player for Evil Geniuses down. And man advantage found for Badass. Walco gonna peek on in. 1 versus 1, or 1-for-1 trade to try and clean things up. Ooh, well, this is gonna be interesting. Again, Badass taking a seriously long amount of time to push anything. Evil Geniuses are taking a lot of map control. But again, like, Evil Geniuses have also been just not giving Badass anything. It's been a lot of, like, okay, we gotta look for picks, and Evil Geniuses just haven't been giving it to them. It's been pretty darn good here. Consti, though, really does want to open up this A-bomb site, and this might just be the round for Badass to bring it to 4. Wiz now the only one left for Evil Geniuses. Good start on to Frankie. We have an 8-4 start here. Well, Badass are gonna have a long road ahead. Oh my goodness. Wait, are they? Okay, they're not all pushing over to the B-bomb site. I was like, they all went in the same direction. That would have been something a little bit crazy, but it looks like Evil Genius is just gonna line it up. Go for your standard A site take. You got the Molotovs, get the nades down, nades rain in. There's only gonna be 2 players here to take initial contact for Badass, so plenty of time for Evil Geniuses get the afterplants. Junior gonna be the one taking initiative here and spawn here. Finds the first player. Does have a player behind him to go for the trade. The flash is good, and Junior goes nuts With the first, the second, the third, Junior with another one. And it's all up to Dare to try to save this pistol. He's gonna spot out Volko, and he does get the kill, but that's gonna be all she wrote. George with 3, or George with 1, Wiz with 3. Gonna be huge for Evil Genius's absolutely massive pistol round. And this might just be the entire series collapsing. We are going to have Badass holding on to as much money as possible. Just onto a couple of upgraded pistols, Dare on the Deagle, and Snav on a P250 with USPs for the rest of the squad. We'll see if they're able to make good use out of those. But utility reining in once again. Ooh. The cat players found out here for EG, but it doesn't matter. Snav gonna open things up here. P250, more than enough. This might, well, things happening all over the place. And it's the A bomb site cracked open in the end. Consti gonna be the one. Be the first one to peek in. Snav here waiting in the wings and connector. But health is dropping rapidly all around. Consti now 1 versus 1 versus Junior. AK versus USP. I know who I would be backing, and well, Junior gets it. But we do have the full buy here for Badass. They need this to take back control here. Nav gonna be the one peeking on into mid. Now is when things are gonna start to get interesting. Like I said, it's historically a CT-sided map. And with the weapons, we'll see if Badass can stem the tide here, kind of stem the bleeding, get a band-aid on this wound. But, well, Evil Genius is taking a serious amount of position. That might be the A bomb site already cracked open. Automatic and Walco with a kill apiece. It's a good start. And then a flurry of kills. We're down to just 1 versus 3. Frankie in toward missiles, falls to Walco. It looks like Evil Geniuses are here to take the win. They want to continue their playoff life. They're like, haha, if we win the playoffs, if we go to pro leagues, maybe EG will be forced to keep us together. But I will say, Automatic did say he wanted to take a break after the season. So I don't know if this, even if EG win playoffs, if this is the EG we are going to see in pro league. Good trades, and Badass do take the advantage here with a good 1-deeg from Shane. This is a spot to keep an eye on. Man advantage for Badass. They've got some good positioning here as well. It looks like Evil Geniuses really want to try to force this A bomb site. You're going to have 2 players to run into. Shane going to be the first challenge for Junior. Challenge accepted. Challenge conquered. Junior is absolutely crazy. Double kill. But the A-bomb site still not belonging to EG. Snav is here, and Frankie will be rotating on in. He's got a lot of ground to cover, but he has already done so. The full sprint here to come in as Snav falls. And Frankie falls as well. Evil Geniuses get themselves to map and series point with Badass on 4. And the money for Badass tells a sad story. We've got 4 FAMASes here for Badass. Oh, rough start. Junior with the op just decimates Snav. Gone from the round. You might just have to watch the end of your playoff run right here, right now. Consti sneaking up. This could be dangerous. Oh, the jump, though. But it doesn't matter. He still gets to kill on the Junior. He takes down Wolko as well. Consti with the double. Badass still here to play, but Wiz gonna even things back out once again. Things are happening all over the place. Badass start to rotate back over to the A-bomb site. Wiz is getting his way inside of spawn. An automatic gonna rotate into market here. Oh, he hears Frankie. That's gonna be the kill. This could spell doom for Badass. Wiz with one as well. It's all up to Dare to try to salvage this, to try to keep Badass in playoff contention. But it's not looking good. I mean, Evil Geniuses still have to pick the bomb up, and automatic is going to be spotted out and tapped down. Good kill by Dare to at least keep this round a little bit interesting, but I think Dare is almost as surprised as I am that that kill came in. He's going to pick up the AK, but he's down to 15 HP. The bomb will be planted here, and Wiz has the cross. And well, that's going to be all she wrote. 13-4. Evil Geniuses clean it up. And that's going to be Evil Geniuses continuing their playoff run. So the next thing